No-connect symbols are used to terminate unconnected pins on components so that they are ignored by design rule checks DRC107 and DRC123. In addition, the symbols prevent the attached nets being reported as single-pin nets by the packager or PCB netlist utilities. In this schematic we have two levels of hierarchy with connections between the levels. At the top level there are unconnected output pins on IC2 and also a single pin net on pin 15 of IC2. Running DRC checks will flag the unconnected pins for IC2 and net data 1 as a single pin net. Running packager with the option to report single pin nets also correctly reports data 1 as a single pin net. The unused pin report shows the unused inputs and outputs. In general, it is the outputs that the user is interested in marking as deliberately unused. To do so, we could simply add nets with some descriptive name to the net, such as deliberately unused. Whilst this indicates to the user that the pins are intentionally unused, it results in the net stubs being reported as single pin nets. To prevent this, we use the no-connect special component and attach it to the net stubs. This has the effect of suppressing the single pin net warnings, but it also removes the nets from the Xpedition netlist and CES. None of the deliberately unused nets are listed in Net Explorer. Support for the no-connect special components has been introduced in PADS VX.1. Here we see the same design in the PADS flow. Running the PCB interface produces similar warnings about unconnected pins. If we simply add net stubs, we remove the unconnected pin warnings, but instead get single pin net warnings. By adding the no-connect symbols, we get rid of both the unconnected pins and single pin net warnings. But unlike the Xpedition flow, in the netlist flow by default, the nets still appear in the layout netlist. If you do not want these single pin nets to appear in the netlist, you can modify the configuration file to filter them out. There are two options: filter all single pin nets or just those terminated with the no-connect symbols. In this case we choose the option to filter only the single pin nets terminated with a no-connect special component. As we can see, with these changes the nets are removed from the resulting netlist after the change is made. Things to avoid when using no-connect symbols. The no-connect symbol's sole purpose is to terminate component pins to indicate they are deliberately unused, so they should not be attached to other objects such as buses. Doing so results in errors in CES, as the nets contained within the bus are effectively removed from the design. Equally, they should not be attached to global nets. Here we have a capacitor connected to VCC and a VCC tap symbol that is currently unused. In Xpedition you can see the pins connected to VCC, including the capacitor. Now we terminate the unused VCC tap with a no-connect symbol. The effect is to disconnect VCC from the capacitor, as nets labelled VCC have been removed from the netlist. Note, however, that it does not affect the pins of the ICs, as these have VCC defined implicitly in the part database in the library.